Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be making cranberry juice from scratch. More like cran pineapple juice. You know, you go to the store and you get ocean spray or, whatever different types of cranberry juice. They have the cran apple, cran grape, cran orange. Well, today we're going to do cran pineapple with a little bit of orange too. So during the wintertime, a lot of cranberries went on sale. You could get a bag of them at Aldi for like 99 cents. So I got a couple bags of organic cranberries. I'm just using one bag today. First time trying it. And then, we can whip it up again in another time. The other one's in the freezer. But these have been in the freezer. And I washed them off and picked out any bad ones. But most of them were pretty good. I think I only had to part ways with a few of them. But these are the fresh cranberries, organic cranberries. And then we are going to also be using monk fruit. Okay, and then a little bit of cinnamon. I would prefer cinnamon sticks, but I didn't have any, so we're gonna use ground cinnamon today. And then also we've got pineapple, fresh pineapple. So some of the pineapple skins, we ate most of it, but save your fruit scraps because they're great for this recipe. So whatever your favorite fruit scraps are, keep them. So we've got pineapple and then of course some orange scraps. And I did save a little bit of this orange for an orange juice. This is actually a sumo orange. Everything over here is in season right now, which is great. So it's peak sweetness. And then these were at peak, got them when they were in season. But now they're frozen and they're great to use for this. So this is going to be a really quick recipe. It doesn't take long. I think the longest part will just be waiting for them to cool off in the fridge, or the juice to cool off. I mean, we're going to put it on the stove and kind of, get the juices out of the actual cranberries. It's going to be great. So that's actually what we're going to do. So we're going to start moving over to the stove and boiling some water. So they say you want to cover your cranberries in the pot. So I'm going to start with maybe like 4 cups of water and then pour the cranberries in there, and then we'll see if we need more. So let's do that now. This is 2 cups. Cranberries are fantastic for female reproductive health and a ton of other things. It's got a lot of antioxidants, so really great for your body. And this is going to be no added sugar, so that's the other good thing about it. When you go to the store and buy cranberry juice, they add a lot of unnecessary sugar unless you get the plain, just straight up cranberries and water, the only ingredients, which it's going to be very bitter. Which is fine too. Honestly, sometimes I like drinking that. But you can always add your own sweetener of choice. And today our sweetener is going to be monk fruit and the fruits we're going to be using. So let's go ahead and turn this up. I think I'm going to actually add the cranberries to our pot. All right, so we're going to go ahead and add our cranberries in. This is a pound of cranberries. Oh yeah, I think that should be enough water. That's 4 cups. I'll see, we might add some more if it cooks down a little bit, but we want to get this boiling. And once it's hot, then we'll add our monk fruit in. I think we can also go ahead and add our fruit peels in now too, okay? Okay, so we got pineapple peels and sumo orange peels, or whatever orange peels you have. Throw them in. It's gonna be very pretty. So excited. That looks great. Let's see. You know what? I think I do want to add a little bit more, maybe another cup of water. So yeah. Let's see. So I did save a couple slices of the orange, and I'm just gonna take this lemon squeezer and squeeze the juice in here, okay? It's a little messy. There we go. Funny thing is, this is never actually big enough for me to squeeze any lemons. I use this for limes all the time. Okay, next I'm going to add about, I think, a tablespoon of cinnamon. I love cinnamon, so it's okay if it's a little bit more than that, but that's perfect. And now I'm going to add 1/4 cup of monk fruit. I may end up adding more, but we're gonna taste it before we move it to the fridge after the cranberry juice is all boiled out of the cranberries. So we will see, but for now we'll start with 1/4 cup of monk fruit. And just go by taste. I mean, if you're using 2 bags of cranberry juice, obviously you'll need more of your sweetener. You could use honey if you don't like monk fruit, or allulose. You could use agave. I didn't know it was gonna be popping like that. That's what we want though. That's where that juice is gonna come. When it's bursting like that. Okay, so we're gonna let this simmer for about 20 minutes. I was gonna show you, look, how some of these are bursting open. That's what we want. Because the juice, yeah, you see that? The juice is coming out of these cranberries. So you're gonna hear a little popping noise, and that's the berries bursting. We want that. I'm gonna set this lid back on here and let it simmer for a bit longer, about 20 minutes. I'm gonna set my timer. All right, so by the way, we did make a couple of adjustments. We ended up boiling the cranberries for 30 minutes versus 20. And then we also used the equivalent to 1/2 cup of monk fruit versus 1/4 cup. So I ended up adding another 1/4 cup in there just to sweeten it up a little bit, but not too much. So those are all the changes we made. Check the description box for those updates. But next we're gonna go ahead and grab the juice out of, or the pot out of the fridge, so it should be cooled off enough now to strain into our bottle. Ooh, also, we're gonna use these cranberries, the cranberries that were left over for something. Let me grab this. Yay! You can make cranberry sauce out of the leftover cranberry fleshies if you want, or I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff you can make with it. So from here, we are going to attempt to empty this out. let's just try it by itself first. And then, of course, we'll add some ice and garnish with a couple frozen cranberries. But we are going to try this fresh first, just a little bit. Smells really good. This came out better than how I imagined it would, honestly. This is really good. Wow, I taste more orange than I thought I would. So this is cran pineapple orange juice. Sugar-free, actually, because the only sugar we used were from the fruits themselves and monk fruit, as you know, the natural sweetener. So that's all the sweetness we used. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. Ice, baby. Cranberries. I'm gonna pour a little bit more. Okay, now here we go. This is an official glass. Let me show you on the inside there. I wish I had some rosemary. That would set it off on top as a nice little garnish. Yeah. Hell yeah. This is really good. Thanks guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Comment below if you've tried making your own cranberry juice. As you can see, this was my first time. And it honestly wasn't hard. It was pretty messy, but it was pretty fun and didn't take that long. So I hope you guys enjoyed and stick around for the next video. Bye, y'all.